But Republicans say they won't do it without also cutting federal spending. Casey Decker with our National Verify team is answering your questions about whether Republicans made the same demands when one of their own was in the White House.
We are potentially just a few weeks away from the United States defaulting on its debt. The Treasury Department is running out of money to pay the bills Congress already authorized, and it needs to borrow more. But it can't do that unless Congress raises the debt ceiling. Republicans who control the House say they won't vote to do that unless the bill also comes with severe spending cuts, a proposal President Biden has rejected. Verify viewer Andy heard that when Trump was president, Republicans lifted the debt ceiling multiple times without any strings attached. So let's verify. Did congressional Republicans vote to lift the debt ceiling without spending cuts during the Trump administration? Our sources are the Treasury Department, the Congressional Research Service, the Bipartisan Policy Center, the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, and the American Presidency Project at UC Santa Barbara. The debt ceiling was lifted 3 times when Trump was president, once in 2017, 18, and 19. But each time, Congress didn't vote to raise the limit by a specific amount the way they usually do. Instead, they voted to suspend the debt ceiling altogether. This allowed the Treasury to borrow money at will. Then, when the suspension was over, a new ceiling was automatically installed based on how much the Treasury borrowed in the interim. As a result, the debt ceiling rose by several $1 trillion during Trump's term. So did any of those suspensions come with spending cuts like the ones Republicans are calling for now? They didn't. Some of these budgets included spending offsets, but our sources said they were mostly budget gimmicks rather than serious cuts, and they had little impact on actual spending. So we can verify, yes, during the Trump administration, congressional Republicans voted multiple times to lift the debt ceiling without spending cuts. Since 1960, the debt ceiling has been raised 78 times, 49 times under a Republican president and 29 times under a Democrat. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
If you have a question, email our Verify team, verify@whas11.com. You can also DM us on social media.